Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba, 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 ba. Here it is, folks. The most important review ever, or at least for a little while. Thank you. Welcome back to Drinks and a Movie. Chris Hamker here. Here it is. Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's out, it's here, we're done waiting, and I'm going to tell you what I think. But first, I got a couple of drinks, since it's such a special episode because it's Star Wars. I'm going to make two drinks. I'm going to make the dark side and the light side. So, let's get this started. We'll start with the drink. So, the dark side is 2 measures of gin. So, we'll go with gin. Gin, good old beef eaters. 2 measures of gin. Don't knock over the crowd glasses, Chris. One. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright, so 1. Let's do this first. Alright. 2. Star Wars. Alright. Let's see. One measure of lime juice. 2 drinks. The dark side. Alright. 1 measure of simple syrup. Alright. Gonna shake this well. Dark side. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. No. Alright. Strain into here. Alright, and topped with Creme de Cassis. I don't know what it is, but it sounds interesting. We do a little circular motion here. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. So there is the dark side. Now next, the light side. Light side consists of 2 measures of vodka. Yep, there we go. 2 measures of vodka. Got good old Stoli by my side. Let's see. 1, 2. Alright. 2 measures White Cranberry juice. Ocean spray. For the summer of your life. Ocean spray. Alright. 2 measures of that. 1, 2, and a splash of ocean spray. And a fizz. Half measure of lime juice. A little more lime juice, never hurt anybody. Alright. And half measure of Blue Curacao. Blue Curacao. There we go. Put that in the shaker. The light side. Dun, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, 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 dun, 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 drinks and a movie. Strain it into the glass. Oh yeah. There it is. Look at that. Light and the dark side. Cheers, everybody. Oh, hey, almost forgot. The secret ingredient. Now, I'm going to come a little close to the camera, because look at this stuff. Look at that crazy shit there. That is the secret ingredient, the Force. The Force. It's shimmery. It's the Force. Let's put a little bit in. Oh. And, oh. I'm just just kidding. It's not the Force. It's called Vinique. It's shimmering liqueur, a fusion of vodka and Moscato, natural flavors, and some glitter. All right. So let's try these. Try the dark side first, because you always want to end on the light side. Am I right? Okay, not bad. It's a little tart, and light side. Light side's fruity, tropical, adventurous. Dark side's tart, dangerous. All right, so that's my two drinks: light side, and the dark side. Now, moment you've all been waiting for, my thoughts on Star Wars The Force Awakens. Let me just say that I really enjoyed this movie. It's the most fun I've had in a movie theater in a long time. I mean, it was just, from the opening crawl, you know, with big Star Wars, bah, you know, coming up to the opening crawl, to the end credits, I just had so much fun the entire time. The good things. So, practical effects are back. Thank you, J.J. Abrams. Practical effects are back. He, you know, went on location. He built sets. There was people in costumes. There was you know, makeup. There were masks and puppets and all kinds of just great things around there. I mean, sets built. It wasn't just people walking in front of green screen, and it was just so wonderful to see that back. What else is great? Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is back. It's one of his best performances in years. He's not just grumbling through his part. It wasn't Harrison Ford, it was Han Solo. Han Solo was on screen, and he was 100% there and committed to it. Seeing Han and Chewie back on screen together is just indescribable. It brought such a smile to my face. And, you know, I'll just pause for a second and tell you guys, I'm not going to say I'm fanboying out about it. That's become sort of a, you know, almost a common phrase, to fanboy. I don't think I'm doing that, but I did grow up with this stuff, and I am a gigantic fan of it, and whether that's influencing my excitement about it or not, I don't know. I can't tell you, but this is the kind of stuff I grew up on, and I loved it. Then and to see it back, it just brought chills all through me. What else did I like? The two leads, Finn and Rey. Finn, John Boyega, and Rey, Daisy Ridley, were so great together and so great, so charismatic. Just such a joy to watch. They were truly excited to be there. Which reminds me, this is a funny movie. It's got a lot of laughs, and it was just fun. You know, it was nice to see a fun Star Wars movie back. I mean, especially since we had, and that's why I took a big drink, the prequels, you know, about 10 years ago, that just were such, 15 years ago, wow, 1999 when they came out. So those were so dour and so just not full of energy, not fun. They were boring. This was a complete opposite. There's nothing boring about it. I mean, J.J. Abrams truly made a movie that just was fast-paced. It didn't hardly have time to breathe during it, which can be a bit of a problem. I mean, you're going and trying to take all this in, and you don't get a minute to pause and just kind of, you know, reflect on the characters. Who else is great? Oscar Isaacs as Poe Dameron, this new like hotshot pilot, which he was great. You know, Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's back as Princess Leia. So Carrie Fisher, I don't think has acted in a while, and you can kind of notice it a little bit. I love you, Carrie. I love you. You're Princess Leia, for God's sake. I love you. You're just a little, you know, you could tell you haven't acted in a while. And, you know, that's okay. you're still fine. You're still good. Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, the new big bad guy. Kylo Ren is Adam, and Adam Driver was. It was kind of, strange and jarring to see his face, because he's just a normal person, but under the mask. But his character reminded me a lot of what we wanted Anakin Skywalker to be. Hayden Christensen to be. He was very tortured and very angry and just. Kind of a badass, and I thought he was great too. He's a very interesting actor to watch. So here's one of the negatives, and to me it's a small negative. It did borrow very heavily off of the original movies, the episodes 4, 5, and 6, mainly episode 4, Star Wars: A New Hope, very heavily. There's a lot of throwbacks. There's a bit of fan service, and kind of similar to Jurassic World. Jurassic World had those little moments where we're like, oh yeah, I remember that from the Jurassic Park. And J.J. Abrams, I love J.J. Abrams. I mean, the problem though, and what I hope J.J. does next, is something very original and new. J.J. Abrams is great at going, hey, you remember there's that movie E.T. out a couple years ago? Well, I made a movie that kind of, is an homage to it, and you can remember E.T. and go, oh, man, I love E.T., and this is kind of like E.T. with Super 8. He did this with Star Trek. He tried to use similar storylines to move Star Trek forward and into a new audience. And in this one, he does the same thing. He goes, hey, remember this bit from Star Wars? Well, I got it. Remember this other bit from Star Wars? We got it in here. Remember this other bit from Star Wars? It's here! So, yes, it is borrowed very heavily from the originals. And it's almost like an homage instead of its own movie. Now, this is fine with me. It's a little different than Star Trek. Star Trek tried to cash in on emotions that hadn't been earned yet by these new characters that they created, with different actors. This was a continuation still. I mean, it's still a continuation. It's still the next chapter in the Star Wars saga. And, there's a lot of great moments. I had so much fun. I laughed a lot. And with the magic of TV, a little more dark side. Lean heavy on the dark side, because, it's going to be more interesting when you go back to the light. So, look, I enjoyed it. I mean, is it perfect? Is there problems? Sure. But to have Star Wars back on the screen and done well and done right, I don't mind recycling a few old ideas and old themes, as long as you do it well, and as long as you do it justice, and as long as you're not half-assed about it, and as long as it's enjoyable, which this was. It really was. And yes, everybody. Hashtag where's Luke Skywalker? Luke Skywalker is there, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Look, this movie was a lot of fun. Go see it. Go see it in IMAX in the regular theater. I don't think you necessarily need to see it in 3D, but go see it, because it's just it reminds you of what you used to love about the originals, and there's some brand new stuff as well. And I really enjoyed it. My final verdict. I'm going to give it 4 drinks out of 5. I mean, again, not a perfect movie, but there's so much hype about this movie. And did it live up to the hype? I mean, yeah, I think it did. I think it did about as good a job as you can do. So, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Here's to you. Here's to Star Wars. Have a drink on me. And good night.